Hi guys, welcome back to the Main Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two games against Lancaster and Stocksbridge to finish off the season. As you can see, it's in our hands. We're currently sat in 4th place with 4 points clear of Chorley and a further point ahead of Buxton. We one win and we secure a playoff place basically. Hopefully we can do it in this first game and then there'll be less pressure on the Stocksbridge game, but both sides are at the bottom of the table. They are fighting for relegation. To survive relegation, sorry. So it's going to be a close run thing, this, I think. There's some big games again today. Chorley are actually playing Buxton today, so one of them, regardless, could end up out of the race and the running for these playoffs. Marina at home against Ashton United. Hyde have already confirmed that they've finished second, and Stalybridge could also still drop out technically, but it does require them to lose both games, and they're away against bottom club and already relegated Bishop Auckland. So you have to fancy Stalybridge for that one anyway. In terms of the last few matches, it's been a bit of a tough one. We did really well against Stalybridge. It finished 6-3. It was an absolutely mental game. We could only muster a 1-1 draw against Ashton United, and we looked exceptionally toothless when we played Buxton, and we lost by a goal to nil. And yeah, not one of our better games, that one. So we go into these two games. We've had one or two more players come to us worried about the finances as well. So there's a bit of unrest at the minute amongst the squad. I'm hoping it's not going to affect us too much. We have to just go out and win one of these last two games, and then we can have a look when it goes to the playoffs and see what happens from there. Overall, to be fair, morale isn't too bad. Jack Williams is unhappy about the state of the finances as well at the moment, but he remains in the squad largely because we need him in there. Sanders is suspended, unfortunately. Jack Bates doesn't make the squad today. He's had a couple of poor performances, so he is out of action. Otherwise, the squad is pretty much as you would expect it. We go into this game hoping for a good result and another win. And yeah, let's see what happens. Lancaster did actually beat us last time out, so anything can happen. Like I say, it's very tight at the bottom of the table as well as at the top. A win here secures us a playoff place, and then we'll still do Stocksbridge as the second part of the episode, and then we've got playoffs hopefully. Um, Depending on what the result is between Chorley and Buxton, if they draw, a draw is enough for us as well. That's another scenario to think about. So plenty of options. We've just got to go out there and do the job. It's a good headed clearance from Grimshaw, but it's not gone that far. And Donaghy finds Chick, who lofts it into Smith, who hits it on the volley, and it's over the crossbar. And once again, we've started relatively slowly. I think the pace of the game that we want the team to play is starting to catch up with us a little bit, unfortunately. But it does still bring results, so it's what we're sticking with. Here is Norton into Keeling. Delivers it into the penalty area. Livermore's there at the far post, and he's actually hit the woodwork there. I thought it had just gone wide, but he actually hit the woodwork, and it remains 0-0. Very even start to the game. Both sides creating opportunities, and both sides with an attempt on target as well. And that is a good ball forward, and Smith is in. McGee couldn't get there. Grimshaw just about clears, and we are seriously struggling here against one of the bottom clubs. Like I say, they're fighting for relegation to stay up. Blaine Chick has just given them the lead. Barrett with a delivery in. And we're going to demand more immediately because to be behind against a team fighting relegation, considering where we are, is not good enough. And we have to do better than this. And we're not playing very well at all. This is very concerning because obviously we've not won in our last two matches with the draw against Ashton and the loss against Buxton. If we lose these last couple of games as well and miss out on playoffs, that is disastrous, to be honest. It's a good free kick from Barrett, but it goes over. We're going to berate the team because we're just conceding so many chances. We're not even creating anything. Managed to get it clear there. Livermore picks it up. What is that? Shocking touch from him, and Schick finds Mifsud now, moving down the left-hand side into Amina. Lofts it over the top, and Mifsud's in again. And there's Smith, and he's hit the woodwork, and it's come for Chick. And there is the second goal. And it's been coming. We've been absolutely terrible today. And Lloyd Hill is injured. We're going to get Adewoju on at left back. Our captain, Furtado, is struggling as well. But this is absolutely ridiculous. All of our forward players, all of our midfield are having absolutely awful games here. Amamiego is going to come on, as is Danawa. Norton and Livermore are going off. Hopefully that will allow us to at least create something in this second half. We're going to demand more again. And you know what? We'll go very attacking. We'll just throw players forward. James Collins has done nothing up front. 5.8 he's rating. Here is Keeling with the throw. Into Gallagher. Back into Keeling. Lofts it into the penalty area. Jack Williams with the header. 13th of the season for him. And a glimmer. Stalybridge are winning 2-0 in their game. I don't know what the score is between Chorley and Buxton at the moment either. If we can somehow get back into this, it would be remarkable. Chorley and Buxton are still 0-0. If we can get an equaliser, I mean, look at Lancaster. They've had twice as many attempts at goal as we have, and they're the team fighting for relegation. Barrett with a free kick, lofts it in. Danawa just leathers it clear. James Collins does well to pick it up. Hasn't got the support, switches the play well to Amamiego. Now Furtado into Adewoju. Jack Williams. Amamiego making a run, but that's a good ball from Jack Williams. James Collins with the chance, and James Collins with the goal. Going very attacking rarely works for me. I don't know why, but it just doesn't always work for me. But my word, we've managed to turn this around. James Collins, before that goal, was rating a 5.8. That's certainly boosted his credentials in this match. It's a huge couple of goals for us. Brilliant breakaway, good counter-attack. And we're at 2-2. Can we find a winner? This is Keeling. Into Danawa, back into Keeling again. Lost the ball in. And there's Amamiego. And there is the goal. What a comeback in these last 20 minutes. I mean, Collins is only rating a 6.5 despite scoring that goal. But Danawa and Amamiego have certainly changed this game out wide. Keeling with a brilliant delivery, though. Amamiego, right-footed volley into the top corner from 2-0 down to 3-2 up. We're going to drop back into a positive mentality. We're going to praise the boys now because we've done superbly to turn it around. Buxton and Chorley are still 0-0, which means the result here has allowed us to get into the playoffs. What a turnaround in those last, well, it was 17 minutes, but 3 goals in 13 minutes. What a result that is. We've done superbly, really. And considering, I mean, Danawa rated a 7, Mbamiego 7.9. Collins got a goal, 6.5 rating for him. And that was a big, big result. We've confirmed our playoff places and we can finish only 3rd or 4th now, which it would appear Marine lost as well. Where are they? Yeah, they lost to Ashton United 2-1. So it's ended up being a lot safer in the end than we anticipated. But my word, are we going to take it? Excellent result. And now it's a case of, in my opinion, we have to beat Stockbridge as well to keep up the momentum. We have to keep up the momentum. If we want to do well in these playoffs, momentum is going to be key. I'm just praying that we don't play Hyde United because they are a team that we really do struggle against. Lloyd Hill is out for 3 weeks. That could prove costly for us. He's really been a key player for us since coming in on loan again this season. Well, we've got a week to get through until the Stocksbridge game, and playoff place is secure. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Let's see if we can continue this little run and hopefully put ourselves in a prime position, ready for the playoffs. Okay then guys, here we go for the game away against Stocksbridge. Fingers crossed, like I say, we can continue this momentum after a brilliant comeback in the last game. It will have certainly done the confidence of the side the world of good, knowing that we have managed to come back from 2-0 down in that previous match. Bit of a rotation in there today. Yusuf is actually starting in the holding midfield role. It's a position that He's good at ball winning midfielder, but he's never played in that holding midfield role. But with Gallagher and Sanders suspended and Hill injured, we are struggling a little bit. We're just running on one or two fumes, unfortunately. We have got a new youth intake that's come in. It's not very good again. So again, that's down to lack of facilities and lack of quality that we are able to bring in because of that of our coaches. So it is what it is, but we go on and see what we can do in this game. Again, hopefully a good result is knocking. Stocksbridge are hopeful that they can stay up, of course. We're keeping an eye on the Staley Bridge game today as well. If we can better their result, if they win, then they win. We finish fourth anyway. But if they don't win and we do, we will finish third in the league, which is a brilliant achievement in my opinion. Lawless there with a headed clearance. Mamiego picks it up though. Chance to get the cross in. Lays it back to Keeling, who does swing it in. Collins couldn't get there. Now Jack Bates picks it up. Lays it into Jack Williams. Now Livermore. Into Keeling. Can he get a cross in? Good turn from him. Mamiego back into Keeling again. Working hard, trying to create the opportunity here. This is Jack Williams. Jack Bates now. Coming down this right-hand side. Can he get a cross in? No, again it's laid back to Yusuf. Now Jack Williams. Spreading it to Keeling. Into Mamiego, who's been brought down, and it is a penalty. Incidentally, it's Jack Williams to take the penalty, of course. If James Collins scores today, he will officially beaten Jack Williams' record of 32 goals in a campaign. Jack Williams, incidentally, has just scored his 14th goal of this season from the penalty spot, 7.5 minutes in. We want to see a James Collins goal. It'll be another record-breaking season for one of our boys. And it would be good for him to break the record before the playoffs, in my opinion, because then there's a little bit less pressure on him. If he feels the pressure of that, of course. But we'll see how we get on. Jack Bates here with a throw on this right side. Darren Norton picks it up, swings it in. There's Livermore. And that is an explosive finish. Okay. It's been given to James Collins. So he's broken the scoring record. But I thought it was Livermore that scored it. It was certainly him that struck the shot. It must have took a slight deflection off Collins. It's all I can remotely think of. He absolutely smashed it. It clipped the head of Collins. So Collins has broke the record, luckily. What a way to do it, I suppose. 2-0. We're looking very comfortable here, aren't we? Mamiego coming into the penalty area, still going, under no pressure at all, really. And Hall made a very good save. Potentially one of the goals of the season there if he'd have put that in. Darren Norton with the resulting corner. Swings it in toward the far post and Humphreys manages to clear. Jack Williams picks it up. Tries to play it into the penalty area. Thomas brings him down. No foul, though. But we do have a throwing, which the chance comes to nothing. And we remain in fourth place, which to me says Stalybridge are winning. And they are. They're actually winning against Marine at the moment. Here is Sinclair into Summerley. Good tackle on him. Keeling picks it up. Finds Livermore. Into Jack Williams. Back to Grimshaw. Looking over the top for James Collins. Can't quite get there. Livermore, a little bit scrappy in the central midfield area at the minute. But we do somehow manage to pick up on it again. But now it's Thomas into Mile. Looking for Humphreys. We managed to get it clear again with Grimshaw. Collins wins the header. And Mamiego just couldn't quite beat Lawless. But now it's with Keeling. Into Livermore. Now we've created the space. And Mamiego plays it in. And it's fallen to Darren Norton. And again, it was a bit of a deflection. It's actually been disallowed. James Collins had the initial strike and then it hit Norton and went in. Unfortunately, Norton was in an offside position and it remains 2-0. But we're certainly looking good here. And there's not really too much that can go against us now. I'm not entirely sure how it stands with Marine at the moment. I don't know if they can drop out of these playoffs, but it certainly looks like they could. They've been a mainstay in the top six for quite some time, as Stocksbridge looks getting behind with Humphreys and McGee makes a very good save there. And with half an hour to go, we're still looking quite good here at 2-0. We just need to stay solid enough defensively. Swung in there, and Miles at the near post. It was a good header from him, in fact. It was only just over the bar. Just need to maintain our focus here. Livermore into Mamiego. Lost it over the top. Darren Norton picks it up on this right-hand side. Finds James Collins there. It's a good effort from Collins. It's a very good save from the keeper, in fact, from such close range. And it remains 2-0, but we do have another chance here. Norton swings it in. James Collins couldn't get onto it. I think, to be quite honest, James Collins would be much more, he'd be a complete striker for us if he was just that little bit taller. And it's a shame, really, because, I mean, he scored plenty of goals as it is. If he was a bit taller, I think he'd have had a fair share of headers as well, to be fair. Grimshaw into Keeling. Back into Grimshaw again. Norton couldn't quite beat Lawless. Here's Zach Danley. Into De Silva. Now Mile. Looking to switch the play for Humphreys. Adewoju did really well there. And Bates picks it up on this right-hand side. Chance to move it forward. Darren Norton's made a good run here. Jack Williams looks for him. Can't find him, though. It's kind of in between Norton and Collins, that ball from Williams there, as De Silva plays it out wide to Heath. Trying to move down this right-hand side. Keeling doing quite well to just shepherd him backwards a little bit. Nolan into Willard, and now it's Danley, and that is a lovely goal from Zach Danley. It's his 19th goal of the season, and Stocksbridge are back in this here. We're just going to get the lads to focus up a little bit, and I'll just pause momentarily, and we will make a couple of changes. Jack O'Connor can come on at centre-back. Solomon Yusuf, I mean, we've not really got any midfield options at all, have we? He is struggling, though. It has to be said, but we'll get Denara on for Norton, I think. Norton's had a very good game, in fact. A bit harsh to take him off, but I think it's important that we do rest him. And I think we'll bring Furtado on for Yusuf in that holding midfield role again. And hopefully it will be enough for us just to see out this game. Grimshaw looking over the top. James Collins can't get there. Now Willard into Humphreys. Good interception. Grimshaw again looking for James Collins and again not winning possession for us. Yusuf picks it up and finds Keeling in a bit of space on this left-hand side. Knocks it over the top. Collins tried to challenge for it, and we just seem a bit betwixt and in between at the moment since they've come back with that goal. And Humphreys is in behind, and he's smashed it against the crossbar. He was offside, but we're going to certainly have to get the side to wake up a bit. We want to demand more again, but we can't do it at the moment. Adewoju into Denawa, Jack Williams. It's a nice little pass into Furtado and into Livermore. We've done well to play out here. And again, Collins unable to win the header. Here's Jack Bates into Denawa. McGuinness slid into him there. He's got to be very careful. He is on a yellow card. Furtado looking over the top. James Collins chasing down Krasnicki, who clears it away only as far as Jack Bates. Now Adewoju. I think we are starting to build for something here. Denawa couldn't, again, struggling to win it in the air. These long balls keep getting played. Adewoju into Jack Williams. This time it's over the top. This time Mamiego's in behind. And there is James Collins with the header. And there is the third. It's 3-1. And that has certainly given us that comfort zone again. Really big goal for him again. And it was a brilliant first-time ball from Mamiego on the half volley. And Collins just guiding the header into the corner to secure the victory. Really good stuff. And certainly can't complain. That has to be said. And I'm assuming Stalybridge are still winning. I can't see their score at the moment. Here's Mamiego back into Keeling. Now Furtado swings it in. James Collins was at the far post. He couldn't quite get onto it, but he has picked it up here and found Jack Bates. Swung in toward the 5'3" Mamiego, and they've launched it forward, and Danley's in behind. He's got support from his strike partner, and he went for glory himself. It was a poor effort, and it remains 3-1. Stalybridge are winning 3-1 as well. So, certainly a very good season overall. We can be very proud of what we've achieved this season, considering everything that's going on with the club. A 3-1 win on the final day secures us fourth place, even though it was secured of third or fourth anyway. but we've done extremely well. And now we have to prepare for the playoffs. I'm not quite sure on the format, whether it's 2 legs in the semi-final or not. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, a lot to look forward to, but a lot to be nervous about as well. And Marine's defeat has meant that Buxton have shot straight up into the playoffs. They managed a 3-2 win over Bamber Bridge, and the defeats that we inflicted on Lancaster and Stocksbridge haven't meant that either of them have got relegated either. Alfreton, Marske, Gainsborough have gone down. So that is the end of that for that part of the table anyway. Hyde, Stalybridge, ourselves and Buxton are in the playoffs, and we've lost to all 3 of these sides this season. So whatever game we end up drawing in these playoffs is going to be tough. But we'll have to take it on the chin and prepare well for these playoff games. And of course, we're playing Stalybridge, who are the team that, I mean, we won 6-3 against them toward the end of the season. It's going to be so difficult, that game. Hyde or Buxton in the playoff final, if we can get through. Well, we'll see what happens. It's on the 29th. It's actually only a week's time. So we will prepare for that, and that will be in tomorrow's episode. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.